Hello, everybody, and welcome to Thoughts On. Jesus Christ, it's been like 2 years since the last Thoughts On. Like, literally, this series only has one episode other than the fucking Switch conference reaction. Fuck. Alright, so I wasn't even sure if I was gonna continue Thoughts On because it was literally just controller input without a script. But, yeah, I felt like this was kind of necessary. So the Sonic trailer just dropped out. The fucking Sonic movie trailer. And, oof. Big oof, man. So, when it comes to Sonic movie news, I have not been thrilled with everything that's come out. Like, it's so weird. It's like, every time another piece of Sonic movie news comes out, it like swings me one way or the other. So like, we had the thing where it was like, oh, there's a Sonic movie coming out. Cool. It's half live action, half animated instead of fully animated. Alright, fuck. Then we had like, oh, but the old director for Deadpool, I read, was like, oh, went to go work on the Sonic movie. It's like, alright, so we have some good people. We have some good people. And then they're like, yeah, it's a buddy cop movie. And we're like, what? Alright, no. That sounds dumb. And then they're like, oh, but Ben Schwartz is playing Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, that sounds like a really good fit. That sounds mad nice. Especially since you've been playing every blue character in fucking history from the 90s. And then they're like, but Jim Carrey is playing Robotnik. And I'm like, why? This, like, the token skinny man of Hollywood is playing Robotnik. Alright, sure. Why not? So then they're like, oh, but something else that made it good. And I'm like, oh, good. I honestly couldn't think of anything else. And then they're like, oh, but here's the design for Sonic. And I'm like, oh no! Fuck. How are they gonna recover from this? The only thing they have left that they can do... Oh no, oh, fuck. Alright, fuck. The fucking teaser too. No. And then I'm like, okay, the only thing that can save this movie, at least in my opinion, is the trailer. So I just watched the trailer, and so you know how I've been saying, like, the news for the Sonic movie has been going like up and down for me when it comes to how I feel about it. I literally went through that like 5 times throughout this entire trailer. So like, it starts out with like a blue blur passing the cop car, and I'm like, alright, so cool. I mean, the effect looked nice, I guess. And then they show like Sonic like about to like get ready to like speed up to run down, and then it like causes a sonic boom or whatever. And in this shot, Sonic looks like his design works. Like, it actually looks really good, and it's fucking weird. It's like weird that the strange cartoony redesign of Sonic like actually looks good in this shot. So then they go to the military, and they're like, oh, there's a power surge, so we have to find out what is it and capture it or whatever. I guess I guess they find out that it's a creature, it's Sonic, and they're like, we have to capture it for power or some shit. And then they're like, we have but one man to ask. And it's like, alright, like, where did this... Like, in this universe, like... So, it's Robotnik. It's Jim Carrey, fucking Robotnik. And, like, my question is just, like, well, obviously he has a reputation with the military to begin with. But it's like, what has he done? Like, he's not Robotnik yet. So, it's like, they don't know, I guess. I guess he was a military scientist. But that sounds not Robotnik's character? Because, like, Robotnik's character in Sonic is that he hates the fucking military? But whatever. So they show Robotnik, and he's not very impressive. Doesn't really look like Robotnik, but I'll address something else. Like, I'll address that later when the time is right. But yeah, so he has his first interaction with like the military general, and they have like a back and forth where it's like, who's in charge here? I'm in charge. No, I'm in charge here. No, you're irrelevant. No, me in charge. I thought that was not that funny. I mean, it's cool to see Jim Carrey be goofy again, but like, I don't know, didn't really tickle my funny bone. Like it seemed like they were trying very hard to like bring back 90s Jim Carrey for Robotnik, which I don't think really works. I mean, I don't know, maybe because like the leak came out about the story and they were saying how like Robotnik is going to turn more and more like Robotnik as the movie progresses, because he gets like more and more crazy about catching Sonic. So like, I don't know, I guess maybe he might get better, because they didn't really show any scenes of him as Robotnik, which brings me to like kind of jumping to the end of like the very, very end of the trailer. Like the trailer had a post-credit scene where they showed Jim Carrey looking a lot like Robotnik, and it actually looked pretty damn good too. Like he actually looked like Robotnik. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Jim Carrey has when it comes to doing the Robotnik role. So then they show the cop like barging into Sonic's home, trailer home. What? All right, sure. And in this shot, Sonic looks real bad. Like, fuck, man. It's almost like for half of these shots, they were like, alright, he's a hedgehog, he's a CG hedgehog, and we're gonna go whole ham into that shit. Like the shot at the beginning, where it actually looked really good. And then in this shot, and even in the shot afterwards, where they show him talking to the cop, it almost looks like for these shots when he's talking, they like gave him a human face. And it's like, no, please. I didn't think you could make this look... He also has, like, human-ass teeth. And, like, I don't know what kind of teeth I would want for this fucking thing, but, like, for some reason, when Sonic screams and you can see a full set of human-looking teeth, it makes me want to cry and die. So anyway, so they're having the conversation. Sonic's like, I guess I'm gonna have to save the world. And then... there was actually a thing I was kind of impressed with, where it was like, when Sonic blows up the car that Robotnik sent after them, and Sonic's like, oh, is that all you got? And Eggman's like, no, thank you for asking, and then presses a button, and then another robot comes out. That's like, that felt like Sonic and Eggman. Like, that was actually like a really good interaction, and I hope that interactions like that happen throughout like the whole movie. So, yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing more of that, but I'm hoping that wasn't, like, the best interaction, and they put it in the trailer. It kind of seems like Jim Carrey is hamming up the role, which is fine, because, you know, Robotnik hams himself up. Ben Schwartz is Sonic. The voice is good. I'm just hoping that the writing makes it better. Because it was very awkward when he was saying shit like, I guess I'm gonna have to destroy the... No. I guess I'm gonna have to save the planet, or some shit like that. Like, that sounded very awkward. But then again, we might have been, like, at the tail end of a conversation, like, in the movie, and it was just, like, an awkward cut. But, like, the shit where he's like, oh, shit, I took 9,000 steps today. Like, that was actually pretty good. Like, that... like, Ben Schwartz feels like Sonic. And honestly, if the whole movie was just Sonic and Robotnik just, like, bickering and just, like, thwarting each other, like, I feel like it would be pretty good. It would be pretty decent. But I feel like, I don't know, does the cop really have any reason to be in the movie? Because from the trailer, it doesn't really seem like it. It really just seems like Sonic caused a power surge from running too fast. Robotnik is enlisted by the military to capture the anomaly, I guess, if you want to just put it into weird terms. And then this cop just kind of, like, barges into that because he, like, saw Sonic at one point and was like, you're going too fast. I'm going to give you a speeding ticket or some shit. I don't know. Like, it doesn't really seem like he has much of a point other than to just be like Sonic's sidekick. But if like if they wanted Sonic to have a sidekick, why did they just put Tails in the movie? Actually, no, don't put Tails in the movie. Don't do that. Don't put any other Sonic character, like animal characters, in the movie, please. I don't want to see how you'd fucking design them. So yeah, essentially, in conclusion, I guess, because I don't know what else to even talk about without repeating myself. It looks good, like decent to good. I'll give it decent. It doesn't look like it's going to be a terrible, horrible movie. It doesn't even look like it's going to be the kind of movie where it's like so bad it's good. It looks decent. It looks like it's gonna come out and we're all gonna forget about it in like a month. And it's definitely not gonna have any semblance in the Sonic canon. So yeah, those are my thoughts, my unscripted thoughts on the Sonic movie trailer. I hope you guys got enjoyment out of it. If you liked the video, like it, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. Hit that bell notification if you want to see exactly when we upload. Question of the day, what did you think of the Sonic movie trailer? Put that shit in the comments below. I've been Bottles, and I hope to see you guys next time.